Hello everybody, my name is Gregory Manuelian and I decided to do my final project on virtual reality. This website was created by using Google Sites. There are many differences between using Google Sites to create your website rather than HTML and CSS. When creating a website with an HTML formatted site, you are required to enter all of the data manually and you need to code the data in order for it to be formatted properly. On top of that, a CSS formatting tool is also required to color and design the site. With Google Sites, editing and designing are made much easier with simple tools that anybody can use. My website is saved onto my drive and I edit it using the Google Sites app. A link to the website is available at the end of this video for anybody who would like. My logo and my banner were both created using a program called Pixlr. I created my logo by downloading images from the internet and cropping them. Then I found a background image. I layered my logo onto it in order to create my banner. I then added my name and my topic. Down here, you can see my animated GIF. My animation was created using a program called EasyGIF. I inserted 3 pictures that I had, and then I put a delay between them in order to create a moving GIF. The first page on my website is called the Purpose page. The Purpose page is here to give readers a basic understanding of what they are going to see in the rest of the website. Over here, it states that virtual reality is a computer-created simulation. What this basically means is that the user will put on the headset, and with whatever program they decide to use, the headset will manipulate the mind to make it believe that they're actually in the world, experiencing everything that is going on in a first-person perspective. The second page of my website is called the Effects and Impacts page. This page is here to give the viewers a general understanding of the effects and impacts of virtual reality on the world that they live in today. Down here we have our first graph. This graph is the results of a survey that was given to 1,000 people between the ages of 18 and 69. All of them were asked about the negative effects of virtual reality and what they think the main negative effects are. 40% of the people believe that motion sickness and social isolation are huge problems. You look down here, a whopping 16% have no idea what the negative effects of virtual reality are, which can definitely be a problem in the future. Moving on, we will begin talking about the impact that this innovation has on our society, our economy, and our culture. Down here, we have a chart talking about the revenue sales of virtual reality worldwide between the years of 2015 and 2019, with a projected 2020. Revenue increases drastically between each year, and it is projected to increase a lot in 2020 and in the future. Some examples of some occupations that use virtual reality for training are pilots, military officers, and doctors and nurses. Before we move on, I would like to show you guys my YouTube video. This video was created using my phone to record, and then I used iMovie to edit it. I used YouTube to upload it. This is my video. Well, virtual reality is a program that uses a combination of computers. The computers generate a real 3D world that can be interacted with, and a headset that is put on your head gives you the opportunity to explore almost the entire world, all through a tiny set of screens that go right over your eyes. It allows us to learn more about our planet and the wonders contained in it. You can easily visit places like the sunny beaches of Aruba or even the depths of the Atlantic Ocean, all from the comfort of your own home. All it takes is a computing device, a virtual reality headset, and a location in mind, and you're good to go.
Time to go to the Amazon.
Whoa, look at the tree. Whoa, monkey.
Let's go to the ocean. That was so cool.
Moving on from the video, we have another chart down here stating the maximum amount of money that the average person would spend on a virtual reality set. We see that a majority of the people, 34%, would spend up to $500, but no more on a virtual reality set. 1% of people would not pay for it at all. 15% would not like to pay over $100, and 33% of all people have absolutely no idea how much they should be spending on a virtual reality headset. Moving on, I decided to talk about the educational field and how virtual reality impacts it in a major way. The way that we learn is changing every single day, and technology has a huge impact on that. Virtual reality can be used in schools to help students gain a better understanding of the work they are studying by giving them a better first-hand perspective view of it. For example, astronomy students can put on a virtual reality headset and view the stars and planets right in front of them instead of reading about them in books. The final thing on this page is my survey. I created this survey in order to gain a greater understanding of who is viewing my page and the knowledge that they know about virtual reality. I can use the answers and responses from this survey in order to edit my website to fit the mindset of the viewers watching the video. I made this survey using a Google form, and I collected the data by distributing the survey out to friends and family. The next page of my website is the technical aspects page. This page is here to give the user a greater understanding of what virtual reality is and how it is used in the first person. Over here we have a picture of a man using the device in a simulation where it looks like he is holding a fire extinguisher and is using it to extinguish a small fire in the picture. Obviously, he is not actually holding a fire extinguisher, and he is not in a room full of machinery that is on fire. However, with virtual reality, his brain is completely convinced that he is, and everything that he does with his hands don't control the real world, but control what is happening in the virtual world. On the technical aspects page, I talk about how the user basically interacts with the innovation. In this picture over here, we see a person using a headset along with two remotes, and there's a television on the side which displays what he is viewing in his headset. In this demonstration, we can see that he is using a fire extinguisher to put out a fire in an office. There's obviously no real fire and no real fire extinguisher. However, in his mind, he is convinced that he is completing the job in the virtual world and not what is going on in the real reality world. Down here, I talk about some other types of downloadable content that can be used with virtual reality, from nature watching to flight simulations, all the way to amusement park simulation. Moving down here, we're asked how virtual reality incorporates at least one of the big ideas of abstraction, algorithms, programming, and/or the internet to accomplish its purpose. And it does. When it comes to the sensors that come with the virtual reality headset, those things run multiple algorithms every second to fit the virtual reality world to best fit your experience, along with aligning the real world. What that basically means is these sensors are the thing that's preventing you from running right through a wall. On top of that, the sensor also links to the remote controls that come with some virtual reality headsets and are the prime reason why you're able to interact with everything in the world. Without sensors guiding your hand movements and telling where everything is going, you wouldn't be able to interact with a world that isn't really there. At the end of the day, these sensors are the real reason why virtual reality works the way it does. The last page of my website is the relationship to data page. This page shows how virtual reality consumes, produces, and transforms data to become what it is at the end. The innovation collects data from the computer, the headset, and the sensors around the room, and uses the pre-simulated world that is already put in the system and transforms using all of that to output the visualizations that you see. Down here, we're asked to describe any data concerns involving storage, privacy, and security. And there is a problem with data storage. When games are a minimum of 4 to 5 gigabytes, that will accumulate up over time, which forces users to go out and buy external hard drives, which tend to cost more money. The last page on my website is called the references page. Even though I used all 4 references equally, I believe to get the most information out of the 4th one. On this page, I got a lot of information about how virtual reality is used for jobs. I got all my information about the pilot training, the medical application, and just straight up watching movies, driving cars, military training when it comes to virtual reality, using it in video games, museums, and virtually anywhere else. And this is exactly where I got my data from.